I probably did used to sniff my mum's knickers, I can't lie.
What?
When I was younger, I probably have.
Oh.
Just to see, like, you know, when you're just curious when you're younger. What's this? I'm sure that's normal.
Please say that on the podcast. Please.
I'm sure I have before.
Have you got it? Have you got it filmed? Yes.
Oh.
That's the intro done.
Just to see what it smelled like.
You're just digging yourself into your mum's hole.
Oh.
Oh, God. Did we get that as well? Oh, God, that's brilliant. Yeah, we're using that. Sorry, it'll go viral. Welcome to the Rebel Devils podcast. My name is Jordan Smith, and I'm your host. Today, I'm with the person who got kicked out the Navy for creating spicy content on ship. It is none other than Zak Blackman, a.k.a. Big Z. Hi, Zak.
Hello.
How's it going?
Yeah, good, thank you.
How's life?
Life's a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll get to that later because you've made massive traction. But you know, what was your story before you started the spicy site? What did you do before? Obviously, the
Military, Navy.
What before that though? Or did you go straight in?
Worked in an office job on the phones, on my phone every day, on my actual phone, just posting TikToks and waiting for them to blow up. And everyone used to get pissed off at me because I was always on my phone when I was meant to be working.
Wow. Okay. And then what led you into the Navy?
Sister's boyfriend was a Marine, and then he was like, "Oh, you should join the military." And I was like, "Oh, I've never really thought about it, but yeah, it seems kind of cool." Considering I got one GCSE, I thought, got no option, might as well join the military. It's a good career, taught me discipline and stuff. So
And fitness.
and
So it kind of lined you up for what you did in the end. Really.
exactly.
You know. Yeah.
So
Made you sexier, more better work ethic. So yeah, that's definitely probably helped you. And you know, discipline, very important, guys. But obviously, you know, to everyone who hasn't seen, which I'm sure most people have, you know, you blew up in the press. You've been all over. You've been in the Sun. You've been in the Star. You've been in the New York Post. You've been everywhere.
yeah,
How did that feel?
weird because just seeing relatives and family members going, "Aren't you in the newspapers today?" And I'm just like, "Yeah." Have you seen the story? And they're like, "Yeah."
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Was it a good feeling though?
Yeah, it was crazy. Just being in the papers.
Did anyone recognise you from that?
I think, yeah, a few people recognised me from the Sun newspaper.
Yeah,
And a
I think
few others.
that was the biggest hitter, wasn't it? You got
Yeah.
quite a few subscribers from that, didn't you?
Yeah,
Nice.
quite a few actually.
So obviously, tell me about the Navy. You know, there is that myth that goes around that you know the Navy's a bit, you know, any saucy stories you can
Saucy stories. Not that I can think of at the top of my head, but like, apart from like, I don't know, lads being lads, just like messing around with each other.
Tell me more about that. That's
Just like pretending to drop the soap in the showers and just random shit like that.
What?
Yeah.
What do you mean pretending?
Give
me an example.
Oh, some of the games that used to go on as well, crazy, like drinking games.
Let's go back to the soap though. What happens in the shower? What's the fake dropping of the soap? Tell me more.
Just like being in the showers and then you're like, "Oh, don't drop the soap," like shit like that. Another thing is drinking games in the mess deck, which is like the bedroom kind of thing where you live,
Yeah.
on ship. Drinking games like, oh, do you want to hear something disgusting?
Yes, go for it.
So before I actually joined the ship, a few of the lads, I was never involved in this game, by the way. A few of the lads were telling me, this is a horrible like story. A few of the lads were telling me how before they were putting shots in foreskin and shotting it out the foreskin.
What the fuck?
Yeah, how crazy is that?
What?
I was never involved in that game, but
Did you watch it?
I didn't see it, but that was just a story that they told me. Think that was happening drinking games before I joined.
We used to do when I used to work in Magaluf many years ago with Nathan when Nathan was my rep. We used to have this thing called breaking the chain, so you couldn't sleep with the same person twice in a row, so you wouldn't catch feelings for people, basically. So if you slept with one person, you couldn't sleep with them unless you slept with someone else before sleeping with them again. If that makes sense. And anyone who broke that code, which was very strict code, had to do something disgusting. And at one time, there was this guy who broke the code, and he had to drink 4 people's cum from a shot glass, and one of which was a used condom cum that has been there for days, and he had to down the shot.
Did he do it?
Yeah, he did it. Yeah, I'm a witness, and I was part of the process in delivering the cum into the shot glass. So yeah, that was a mad one. So in the Navy then, so as a gay guy, you always, a lot of people have the military fetish and all that type of stuff. So surely you've seen some gay stuff go off in there, something hot. Go on, tease us.
Nah, but I've got a little story. I haven't really seen any like gay stuff really. But yeah, there's a few gay lads that were on ship. One of the names were Princess. Yeah, and a little story actually. This is quite funny. So I was working doing the dishes, which was just like a shit job that I got given, which you had to do. Everyone takes turns.
Is that a metaphor?
Just basically what I was doing was just washing the dishes after like scran, and then just putting them away, whatever. I was working with 2 lads. They were both gay, and it was weird. They were both just like trying to flirt with me, and I just felt so uncomfortable. I just felt trapped. Anyway, so they were both flirting with me. Bear in mind, I'm just trying to do the dishes, and then after I left, I got a message from one of them saying, "Oh, come downstairs. I'll suck you off for something, whatever." And I was traumatized.
Oh dear. How did that make you feel then?
So I made £50. Yeah.
What?
I'm joking. I'm joking.
Oh my god.
But yeah, nah. So yeah, that was crazy. But that's a little story.
So the reason a lot of people say the Navy is gay is because it's full of seamen.
Pretty much. Seamen, yeah.
But basically, have you ever dropped the soap?
No. I haven't. I've been very cautious of that.
If someone else ever dropped the soap?
Probably in the showers. I'm sure someone's dropped the soap and someone's made a joke. Yeah, I probably do remember that.
Yeah,
in training.
And what's it like on an aircraft carrier? Because these are not just any ship.
Oh.
You're on the biggest aircraft carrier in the fucking Europe, right?
It just gets so. It's like being on a big metal container, and when you're stuck and have no phone connection and no anything, no contact to family, no anything. It's just. And you're just 2 months or 3 months at sea with the same people on top of each other. It's just fucking not literally on top of each other, but it's just crazy. I just couldn't do it.
So, what was your actual job role in the Navy then? Apart from soap dropper,
aircraft handler.
Aircraft handler.
Yeah.
What? So you launched?
So I launched aircraft in the air, and
like give the signs and stuff like that.
They went off, done their operation.
What's it like? Is it quite? Do you feel powerful?
Sick.
Yeah. Do you feel like is the British...
when you're working like it's that cool? Your hairs stick up on your skin.
Oh, God, I love
the noise and the power of like the aircraft landing. Like you fall over. It's so powerful.
Do you feel like badass motherfucker whilst you're on it?
Yeah, I felt like Top Gun.
Yeah, Top Gun. So Zach, you've got what most people would only ever dream of. You've got a penthouse, a Porsche,
big cock,
and a big cock.
Nah. Yeah. Penthouse.
Come find out on his other side.
Come find out.
So you've got this millionaire lifestyle, right? You've got everything you could ever dream of. Yeah. Obviously, you can tell the audience a little bit. We met. I met you two years ago exactly yesterday. 2 years ago exactly, which is crazy.
That's crazy.
And we met at my influencer event, Tsunami.
Yeah. And
that day I said you got loads of potential. And look,
I remember the exact day. Yeah.
Yeah. And I helped you come up with your stage name.
You did.
Which is crazy.
I remember that.
And then basically one day it just all kicked off here. How does it feel to come from 2 years ago from that moment I met when I met Mr. Blackman at Tsunami, who was loving life, seeing mansions and things like that. Now you've got one, but a penthouse. And
do you know what? Getting invited to that Tsunami party was the best thing that's literally ever happened to me.
Why?
Because look where it's led me. If I never got there, I'd probably still be in the military, working my ass off, 8 hours on, 8 hours off. Depressed.
So you and you were invited as a +1 to that event, weren't you?
Yeah.
So imagine. So how do you think your life would have changed if you didn't go? Like, you know,
So if I didn't go to that, how would it have changed?
yeah, like how do you think your life would have panned out?
Probably wouldn't have done OF. Fuck knows.
I wouldn't
I
have
wouldn't
met
be.
I wouldn't
where
have met
I am
you.
now. Wouldn't have met you, and yeah,
It's crazy, isn't it? Really, when you
Crazy.
think of it like that.
how life just switched.
And talking about the platform, what is the weirdest request you've ever had? I know from my previous podcast, I've actually used you as an example where you got paid $1,000 to
Fuck orange.
fuck it up. What's some other weird ones?
I've had so many weird requests. The one that sticks in my head when people ask this question is I had to walk into a room pretending I'm a big man, talking to a small man, and then I had to take the small man into the toilet. I had to shit, and then I had to wipe the phone using it as toilet paper, wipe my ass, saying "smell the shit" or something.
What the fuck? So I'm imagining that scene from Little Britain where it's like that, you know, that guy, write the theme tune, sing the theme tune.
Heavy?
Just one thing, they do start rehearsals on Monday.
Well, it's not much time, is it? To
So
write.
you had to, what do you mean pretend you're a little, like pretend you were a big man and he was a little man?
Yeah, and then I was saying to the camera, "Oh, I'm gonna shit, and you're gonna smell it, and you're gonna love it," and
And they want you for the lead.
Oh my God.
shit like that.
I remember some requests that you got before actually, which weren't really that weird, but I think it was quite weird that you got paid so fucking much for it. Which was someone wanted you to
Hair spike.
Yeah.
Yes.
Tell us about Hair Spike Man.
So every other day I used to get this fan that used to pay me like, I don't know, like £200-300 for like a 30-second video of me spiking my hair.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's
That's,
crazy.
that's like twice the day rate of the average person.
Yeah,
Just to spike your hair up.
30 seconds.
Right? Or comb it. I think he likes to comb it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, comb it, put on my glasses and spike my hair.
Insane. And what's the weirdest sexual experience you've ever had?
Weirdest sexual experience.
Yeah. Well, I know actually one of them, well, I wouldn't say it was weird, but it was wacky when we met in Magaluf that time.
That was quite weird.
That was pretty weird.
The one on the yacht.
On the yacht.
Yeah.
I set it all up.
That was my first time actually doing anal by accident with sun cream as lube.
Oh my God, that happened to me when the first time I slept with a girl, which I think was a foreshadow to my future, which was I put it in all wrong hole. Literally.
That's what she screamed.
Oh my God, we're so similar. What the fuck? So similar.
Yeah, that's what she screamed. She screamed. I was like, "What's up?" She's like, "Wrong hole." I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Oh my God.
Back in the other one.
But yeah, what would you say is the weirdest? I'd say that was probably the coolest sexual experience you had. You penetrated someone on a yacht, which is not what everyone gets to experience, right? And we were pulled up in Magaluf Pier. That was a
I'm
fucking
trying to
good day.
think. I haven't had that many weird sexual experiences, to be honest. I can't think at the top of my head.
Well, we'll go back to the yacht then, because that was quite a pinnacle moment, I'd say.
That was good.
where, you know, we did feel like the boss at that point, didn't we? You know, where we were parked up in Magaluf Beach, we went out and out, I got us VIP everywhere,
Yeah.
and then we came back and we had the captain pick us up in a tender, and everyone was just trying to get on the tender.
Yeah,
Yeah.
crazy.
And we just got on the yacht and then we all fell asleep, woke up in Palma.
Yeah.
That was a mad experience. That was a good boat.
Do you know, I kind of like fancied, you know, that waitress that was on the yacht?
The waitress on the yacht, or the one that served us Mexican food.
Yeah, kind of fancied her.
Yeah.
I wanted to do her after.
Oh.
I just couldn't.
You dirty boy. You dirty boy. You know, how has your other platform affected personal relationships? You know, has it made it harder to get a partner?
What, my job?
Yes, your current job.
Yeah, it's difficult. I've sacrificed a lot to get where I am. It's hard, but staying single, collabing with who I can, and making the best content that I can make. So,
And do you think
carry on with
you think you doing what you do will impact relationships even in the future?
I'll stop at some point, but when I stop, hopefully I'll be set for life. And hopefully the future relationships, hopefully it doesn't affect it, like, because then
Would you date an OF model?
yes, I would.
And basically, Which obviously a lot of people kind of get hate for doing OF. You know, have you received any hate for it, or have you had praise? What's the difference between a male person doing OF to a girl, basically?
So girls, if you do OF, everyone will pretty much call you a slag or call you a
Are you
good
like,
slag.
yes, lad?
And if you're a lad doing it, you pretty much everyone's like, go on, lad, or yeah, good on you.
What do your parents think of this?
Well, funny story, because when I got kicked out of the military and I told them that I was basically going to do OnlyFans full time, they were just like, oh, you're such a silly person. Why would you quit a career for doing this on the side? Anyway, a month goes by and they're like, where are you getting all this money from? And then I was just like, oh, just, work. And they're like, oh, proud of you, basically. So at the start, they weren't happy, but now they all, yeah.
And then let's go back to that moment, which I think is a great story of how you actually got kicked out the Navy, right? And I remember you telling me that day, and it was, well, it sounded harsh. You had to travel. So you started off, you were in Portsmouth at the time. You had to, and you tell the whole story.
Yeah. So I was back home and I had to travel 12 hours up country. And then got to ship, got escorted on ship, and I know I was in trouble. I was like, what have they done? Have they found that? Have they caught me?
Were you nervous?
Yeah, I was like,
Did you know deep down what it was about?
back of my head, I was like, all right.
So what was it that gave you that inkling? So obviously, normally you might travel up there. What gave you this indication that it might have been a bad thing?
What do you mean?
Did they say anything to you? Like, did you feel like you were in trouble?
They were like, you need to be here within the next 24 hours. I was like, okay.
Is that not normal?
Not really. No, if they say that, usually in the shit.
Right. Okay.
So I thought, fuck, what's going on? Anyway, got there, escorted on a ship, sat down, and they just slapped all my nudes on the table. And broke loads of rules, obviously. Yeah. And that was me done.
Didn't they say...
Kicked out off shit within 48 hours. I think it was 24 hours. And that was it.
And didn't they say, who's Bigsy?
I think they did, yeah. Yeah. And yeah, that's me.
Oh dear, oh dear.
That was a crazy week for me.
And you've said some pretty weird stuff in this podcast, especially at the beginning. But what's the weirdest thing you do?
Weirdest thing I do?
Or think about?
I don't know. I've got a weird mind. Yeah, I don't know. But it's a good thing having a fucked up mind, because then it just means you're not boring.
Yeah. Well, that's something we have in common. We're both fucked up in the head. And how has OnlyFans affected your mental health? A lot of people struggle with mental health with OnlyFans. It's a big topic.
How's it affecting my mental health? Don't know. I think money doesn't buy happiness, though.
Doesn't. Why?
It gives you options, but I've got everything I've ever wanted, kind of, and I'm just still not happy. I've always want more.
And what more do you want?
Don't know.
Yacht? Plane?
I guess I probably still wouldn't be happy.
Yeah. Okay, that's
It'd
interesting.
give me options, but I just feel like money don't buy happiness.
That's a really, really interesting thing, because a lot of people think that. Some people say the only people who say money doesn't buy happiness are poor people. Would you agree with that then? No.
I used to say that when I was like, before I did OF, I was like, oh, money definitely does buy happiness. What are these people on about? And now here I am saying it don't. So.
And how has money changed you? So I have the indication that, if you are a certain type of person, you'll be more of a certain type of person when you've got money, so it just accelerates who you actually are. And I've noticed you from 2 years ago to now. I'd say, well, obviously you're a lot more confident, and out there, but, I don't think it's changed you. You're still quite a humble guy.
A lot of people I've seen and know that have gained money over the years and fame and whatever else that comes with it. Ego is huge, and that's just proper shit thing, seeing people change because
I've seen a lot of people.
I've seen too many people. And you know what? I don't think I've changed that much considering what I have.
I think massive egos are an ick. Like, when it's
huge,
like overinflated.
If I meet a 10 out of 10 and they've got a massive ego, get in the bin.
Yeah.
If I see a 7 out of 10 and they're humble, but they're still pretty, I'd prefer them.
But you are still saying 7 to 10 or above?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, you know, talking about sex, what's your favourite position?
I like doggy.
You like doggy.
Get right in there.
And what's your ideal length of sex? So in previous podcasts, people have said anywhere from 15 minutes to 25 minutes to 50 minutes. What would you say your ideal length of sex is?
Ideal
And we're talking pure penetration, no build-up or anything like that.
Oh, so no build up.
No, just pure penetration.
Maybe like 10, 15.
10, 15.
Just penetration, yeah.
Yeah. That's understandable.
Yeah.
And what's your body count, Zach?
Body count, not even that high. Considering I'm 21, all my mates have body counts of like 50, 60, whatever. Mine's like 23.
23.
I think it's about that.
And how old are you?
21.
Okay, so you've done more than your age.
Yeah.
There we go. What would you say, apart from massive inflated egos, would you say your biggest ick is? We've had some...
Biggest ick?
Yeah, we've had some fucking weird stuff recently.
Ego's probably up.
Mashed potatoes.
Biggest ick.
We've had some weird and wacky icks.
Oh, I don't know. I would say, I feel like teeth's an important one for me.
Yeah. I'd
Yeah.
say I don't like hairy people.
Do you know what? Armpit hair. No. Like, I've met some girls and they have armpit hair and it's just a big turn off.
I think that's what turned me gay, because I dated this Scottish girl when I went on a cruise ship during the 2 weeks. And she had, I'm quite a blunt person, as you know. She had a bit of a fucking hair there, and I just said, "You're gonna have to shave that, mate. Or I'm not gonna."
Wait, so I met this girl recently, and she was like fit as fuck. Anyway, we went for a little coffee date recently, and then I sat down next to her, got a bit closer to her than usual, and I realised she had some hair on her chin. That was me done. I was like, fuck's sake. You were like a 10 out of 10, now you've dropped to like a 5 out of 10. It was like, fuck.
So we're going to play a game of Would You Rather. And
Yeah.
today is a big day. It's election day in the UK, and there's a lot of controversy. So we're going to play Snog, Marry, Avoid, Sir Keir Starmer, Nigel Farage, or Rishi Sunak.
So who would I rather marry out of these? Who's got the most money?
Well, you know that one. That's an easy one. That's an easy one. Go to the obvious Conservatives.
Definitely not Sunak. He'd do my head in.
But he's very rich. But he's the richest politician
Yeah,
we've ever had.
he'd do my head in. I'd say Nigel Farage because I feel like I could get along with him. He'd
So
be funny.
So
I'd marry him.
you'd marry Farage.
Sunak can get in the bin, and Keir Starmer, kiss or whatever.
Snog him. Give him a good
Yeah,
snog.
that.
Yeah, I suppose you snog a sir then at least, don't you? So, we're going to play Spit or Swallow. You know the rules. We've done it before. We're going to flip a coin, heads or tails. Whoever it lands on,
Coin.
have to drink it. And then, obviously, the game is, if you swallow it, you get £50. And if you spit it out, you lose. We have some strawberry Durex lubricant. And we're going to pour it in here. Oh, God, that's
My stomach's already going.
Okay. Yeah. So there we go. There is some lube in there knocking about. Okay. There we go. Right, pick heads or tails.
Heads.
Tails.
Okay, ready?
Yeah, 3, 2, 1. What?
Heads.
Yes! Now you're gonna give this glass some head, and it's gonna put something special in your mouth.
You know what? It smells really good.
Yeah, that's the one that does smell nice. I think Daryl's wasn't so nice. So yeah, do it high. I want to see it drip in the mouth.
Ready?
3, 2, 1.
Oh, alright, ready?
I know how bad this is as well. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted to see. Yeah. Go on, you've got to do it all. it. I like to drink with Zak, because Zak is my mate. And when I drink with Zak, he downs it all in 5, 4, 3. Can we show it?
Go on.
All right, down it. That was brilliant. Can the camera see the sick?
Best thing ever.
Oh God. Did you actually sick as well?
Right.
Right, okay, let's carry on. Okay. The last game is sex education. And what I want you to do is teach the audience how to effectively put a condom on a cucumber.
Okay.
And effectively put lubricant to make sure people have safe and enjoyable
I
sex.
can't remember the last time I used a condom.
Well, there you go. You can
Let's give it a go.
Right, let's bring over the veg and condoms and lube.
Wait, hold on.
Oh, it's not in there, is it? It's in your sink bucket.
Someone chop me a condom.
So let's see.
Are you ready? So open the packet.
Yeah.
Right, this is how I got taught. So
Who taught you, by the way?
school. Okay, so shake the condom, and then it ends up like that. That's the way. Do that. Hold it by there, and then you just roll down. And then you go, and then it's ready to go.
Could you put some lube on it?
Yeah, where's the lube?
Or are you a bit traumatized from what's gone in your mouth?
Where's the lube?
Here you go.
Oh,
So now you've got a dry, erect penis.
there you go.
Right, now rub it in for your subscribers.
There you go. Nice and ready to absolutely do some penetration.
And where can people find you, Zak?
On Instagram, Twitter, and
What's your handles on Instagram?
Big Z 2002.
Cool. Well, Zak, it's been an absolute pleasure as always.
Yeah, it was good.
I've had a great time with you. I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Thank you very much for watching the Rebel Devils podcast, and I'll see you in the next episode.